In the harshest lands on the planet, there's no room for hesitation. Here, a moment of losing vigilance means death. This is a never-ending battle for survival between master hunters and cold-blooded killers. Who will be the winner? Savannah War. Venomous snakes face off against the craziest predators. The African savanna is where nature splits into two faces. During the rainy season, thunderstorms descend, turning the arid savanna into a lush green sea. Rivers overflow, grasslands spring to life, and herds of migrating animals flow in like an endless stream. But when the dry season drags on, the ground cracks, lakes dry up, and the grass burns yellow under the fierce sunlight. The entire savanna becomes a harsh battlefield where thirst and hunger force every creature to take more risks than ever. In this contradictory world, predators and prey coexist in a dance of life and death. A shadow silently lurks in the tall grass, not needing the strength of a pack, just with its tenacity, venom, and instinct to wait. It turns every undulating movement into a death sentence. The savanna enters the peak of the dry season. The last puddles are gradually disappearing. The grasslands are yellow and brittle under the scorching sun. This is the time when all creatures must fight for every chance to survive, and the shadow of a predator is appearing. In the middle of the tall yellow grass, the lynx crouches low, its large ears swiveling constantly, catching the smallest sounds. It quietly moves step by step, its long body and tall, slender legs like a tightly compressed spring. In front, a venomous snake is slithering slowly. It is not noisy, not in a hurry. Each undulating movement blends into the dry ground, its forked tongue continuously scanning the air, searching for traces of life. In its world, silence is its weapon. Every breath, every raise of its head, is a warning to any creature that dares to approach. Its large ears turn forward, its bright yellow eyes watch every slither of the snake. Its firm muscles coil, ready to strike at any moment. For it, this is a precious meal in the harsh, dry season, and failure is not an option. Both of them stop. The snake raises its head, its tongue flicks quickly, as if sensing the danger that is looming. Serval also remains motionless, his whole body tense like a string. The savanna falls into an eerie silence, as if the whole world is holding its breath before the moment of explosion. Suddenly, the two rush at each other. Serval raises his head, his yellow eyes shining in the red afternoon sun. The harsh victory of the grassland belongs to him. But the Savannah never allows for long-lasting peace, because after just one meal, the cycle of survival continues. Here today is the hunter, tomorrow can be the prey. On the endless savanna of Africa, among the dry golden grasslands and scattered bushes, there is a silent hunter endowed by nature with the perfect balance of speed, dexterity, and calculation. That is the Serval, a slender wild cat, but with a super killer instinct. The Serval has a long body, unusually long legs compared to other cats, allowing them to leap up to 3 meters to pounce on birds in the air. The body length is about 67 to 100 centimeters, weighing from 9 to 18 kilograms. The golden fur is dotted with round black spots and stripes, which is both a perfect camouflage in the grasslands and a distinctive mark. The large erect ears like antennas are capable of rotating independently to catch the slightest sounds from underground. As opportunistic hunters, Servals mainly hunt mice, hares, birds, reptiles, and even large insects. With their super-sensitive hearing, they can clearly hear rodents moving in deep burrows, then jump high and dig with their front claws or pounce straight down. Without the strength of a large group, Servals rely only on absolute precision. Their hunting success rate is up to 50%, higher than any other wild cat species. Servals can catch birds in flight, thanks to their vertical jumps. Servals live alone, only meeting each other during the breeding season. After about 2 to 3 months of pregnancy, the female gives birth to 1 to 4 young in a nest of leaves or dense bushes. The young open their eyes after 9 to 13 days, live dependent on their mother for many months, learning to hunt through play and observation. Despite its agility, Servals must still be wary of lions, hyenas, and African wild dogs. Large eagles can also attack young Servals. On the harsh savanna, Servals are living proof that without great strength, with only dexterity, agility, and precision, a creature can still become a master of the game of survival. On the dry ground of the sparse forest, the air is as still as a suffocating breath. A flock of small birds suddenly soars, signaling something is approaching. In the grass, the winding body of a cobra slowly slithers out, its neck wide open, its head raised high, its cold eyes following every movement. Not far away, a small but mighty figure appears, a mongoose. It moves quickly and decisively, its ears pricked high, its eyes focused on the shadow hissing menacingly in front of it. Two creatures, one with deadly venom, the other with speed and recklessness, were facing each other. The whole forest held its breath, waiting for the moment of a life-and-death battle. The air was still, only the sound of the wind sweeping through the dry grass. Suddenly the snake rushed forward. After unsuccessful efforts, the venomous one was forced to retreat. The mongoose stood in the middle of the clearing, its eyes shining, its breath quick but full of pride. Victory is not always killing. Sometimes it is forcing the enemy to admit defeat. The mongoose has proven that courage is the strongest weapon. In the lands that stretch across South Asia, hidden behind low bushes, there is a compact animal but famous for its courage. That is the mongoose, a creature that seems weak, but possesses the courage to make even notorious killers like venomous snakes wary. Mongooses are small, only about 25 to 60 centimeters long, weighing from 1 to 2 kilograms depending on the species. They have gray-brown or yellow-brown fur, short legs, sharp claws for digging, and bright, alert eyes. They walk low and gracefully, but they are exceptionally agile. As omnivores, mongooses hunt scorpions, insects, small birds, mice, lizards, and even venomous snakes. They are famous for their resistance to venom, allowing them to engage in deadly battles with cobras, an enemy that most other species would retreat from. Mongooses rely not only on resistance, but also on speed, extremely fast reflexes, and intelligence when fighting. Mongooses can dodge a cobra's attack in a split second, then counterattack precisely on the back of the neck. Some species live in organized packs, with sentinels that warn of danger with different calls to each enemy. They are a rare small mammal that regularly wins encounters with venomous snakes. Breeding season occurs year-round depending on species and environmental conditions. After about 60 to 70 days of gestation, female mongooses give birth to 2 to 4 young. The young are cared for and protected by the entire, a typical social survival strategy. They mature quickly, and within a few months can follow their mother to hunt. Despite their tenacity, mongooses still face giant predators such as falcons, hawks, hyenas, and large snakes. However, their clever evasion, speed, and pack coordination help them regularly escape the jaws of death. In the wild, mongooses are living proof that size is not everything. With their tenacity, intelligence, and unique resistance to poison, they become one of the most formidable small warriors on the planet. But not all snakes are so lucky. On this harsh savanna, there is another enemy more fearsome, more reckless, an invincible warrior whose reputation makes even venomous snakes wary. That is the honey badger. The honey badger. Its name may sound gentle, but don't let its appearance fool you. This is one of Africa's most ferocious and resilient creatures. Its ultimate weapon: a thick, extremely loose hide that can withstand bee stings, porcupine quills, and even the bites of venomous snakes. It eats everything from insects, roots, to the most dangerous prey. In the middle of the open space, a large venomous snake lay coiled, its head raised high, ready to strike a fatal blow. On the opposite side, the honey badger slowly approached, its appearance fearless. Its thick fur and distinctive black and white stripes were like a challenge. The snake puffed out its hood, emitting a warning hiss. The two opponents rushed at each other. After only a few minutes of struggling, the snake lay motionless, its body limp under the claws of its predator. And today, it faced an ambush killer. A bite filled with venom could have ended most other creatures, but not the honey badger. The honey badger gasped, its eyes still shining in the afternoon sun, a living symbol of the savanna's recklessness. and indomitable strength. Honey badgers have a stocky body, about 60 to 80 centimeters long, weighing from 9 to 16 kilograms. Their distinctive coat with silvery white stripes running from head to tail contrasts sharply against the black fur, acting as a visual warning to anyone who dares to approach. Their skin is thick and loose, helping to resist bites, and allowing them to turn around and counterattack even when being firmly gripped by an opponent. Honey badgers are omnivorous and opportunistic. Their diet ranges from insects, rodents, venomous snakes, beehives to carrion. They are most famous for their ability to hunt cobras and large venomous snakes, thanks to their extraordinary endurance and incredible resistance to venom. When bitten, honey badgers can be knocked out for several hours, but then wake up and continue eating the snake as if nothing had happened. Honey badgers are one of the few animals that are resistant to snake venom, thanks to their strong immune systems. Their aggressive temperament makes them ready to confront lions or hyenas, and on many occasions they have repelled predators many times their size. Honey badgers live alone most of the time, only meeting each other to mate. After about 6 to 8 months of pregnancy, the female gives birth to 1 or 2 cubs in underground burrows. The cubs are blind at birth and completely dependent on their mother for many months, gradually learning hunting and self-defense skills before leaving the burrow. Despite their reputation for ferocity, honey badgers still pose threats. Lions, leopards, and hyenas sometimes kill them, especially cubs. However, few species dare to actively attack an adult honey badger because the price is often too high. But it is not just predators on the grasslands that cause death. Just under the sand, another silent killer is waiting for the right moment. As night falls on the Savannah, the heat of the day recedes, leaving a cold, dry air creeping across the yellowed grasslands. This is when the silent assassins rise. From beneath the cracked, dry soil, a scorpion slowly emerges, its pincers extended, its tail curved, ready to strike a fatal blow. The pincers are slightly curved, moving slowly but surely, the tail raised high like a spear waiting. Ahead, a small prey is busy gnawing on a dry leaf, its antenna constantly waving in the air, completely unaware that fate has approached. The scorpion stops, motionless for a few seconds, as if petrified. Then it suddenly lunges forward. There is only silence, the light sound of falling sand as the scorpion drags its prey's body back to its dark cave to begin a frugal but precious feast in the harsh land. In the dry grasslands and cracked soil of the African savanna, when darkness falls, a small but terrifying creature begins to rise. The scorpion, an ancient predator that has existed for more than 400 million years, is a testament to the resilience of nature. Its body is 5 to 12 centimeters long, with a hard chitinous shell covering its body, brown or dark black to camouflage it among the dry grasslands. Its strong pincer-like pincers and curved tail, ending in venom, are its most dangerous survival weapons. The death scorpion's hunting instinct is a combination of absolute patience and lightning speed. Scorpions are mainly nocturnal predators, thanks to their light-sensitive eyes and microscopic hairs on their bodies that sense vibrations in the air. They stalk insects, spiders, and sometimes even small lizards. When the prey is within reach, the scorpion uses its pincers to grip tightly, then delivers the finishing blow with a sting containing venom that paralyzes the opponent in just a few seconds. During the short rainy season of the savanna, male and female scorpions perform a mating dance. Where the male holds the female by her claws and leads her around in circles before fertilization. Scorpions are viviparous, with their young clinging to their mother's back until their first molt, when they can become independent. Despite their venom, scorpions are not immune to larger predators. Birds of prey, mongooses, large lizards, and even lynxes all consider them a meal. In the savanna, danger lurks on both sides, with today's hunter becoming tomorrow's prey. On the harsh savanna, the scorpion is a symbol of silence and patience. A small creature, but every step it takes is a reminder that in nature, size is not the key to survival but adaptability. Which warrior impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe to the channel to discover more amazing stories from the animal world. Amazon Mystery. The battle for survival of predators. The sun gradually rises, penetrating the dense canopy of the Amazon jungle. The light shines down on the ground covered with rotting leaves and tangled roots. In the peaceful picture of a tropical morning, all creatures seem to be enjoying the rare gentleness of nature. But somewhere, hidden behind the dense bushes, a pair of golden brown eyes are watching every movement in absolute silence. The jaguar is the largest cat in South America, and one of the most formidable predators of the Amazon, stalking its prey. With its golden fur dotted with characteristic black rosette patterns, it seems to melt into the alternating sunlight and darkness of the forest. Each of its steps is as light as dew, leaving almost no trace on the dry leaf carpet. Its graceful and sharp appearance is not only the result of millions of years of evolution, but also the perfect survival tool in this chaotic jungle environment. The Panthera onca is not only a symbol of wild power, but also the embodiment of sophisticated adaptation. Unlike its distant relatives such as lions or tigers, the leopard possesses a solid body, broad shoulders, a large head and strongly developed jaws, allowing it to deliver the most powerful bites of any big cat. Its teeth are strong enough to penetrate the skull or the thick shell of a freshwater turtle, something very few carnivores can do. Unlike many other predators in the cat world that hunt at night, the leopard can be active both day and night depending on environmental conditions and the presence of prey. Its excellent swimming ability makes it one of the few cats that does not hesitate to wade across rivers and streams or dive into water to catch fish, turtles, and even young crocodiles. The leopard's territory can span tens to hundreds of square kilometers, and it is solitary for most of its life, except for the mating season. When hunting, it does not pursue its prey over long distances like wild dogs or wolves. Instead, it relies on stalking tactics, approaching as silently as possible. Then delivering a fatal blow in a split second. The combination of strength, agility, and cold-blooded attack tactics makes the jaguar a force to be reckoned with in the Amazon. Even when it is not seen, it is felt like a golden ghost waiting in the deep forest. The sun is high, the light filtering through the leaves to create dancing golden streaks on the ground and water. The hot afternoon air causes most creatures to seek shelter in the shade. But for this apex predator, the quiet of midday is the perfect opportunity to strike. The flooded river flows quietly through the roots of trees that dig deep into the ground. On the sparkling surface of the water, a young caiman, a small relative of the crocodile, lies sunning himself on a small sandy beach. It thinks this place is safe, but it has not realized that it has been targeted by a skilled predator. The jaguar watches silently, its sharp eyes cut through every movement. Although it is a cat, it is not afraid of water, and water is its ally in daring ambushes. Not a sound. The jaguar slithers down, each footstep deftly stepping on the wet mud, leaving no sound enough to alert its prey. In the wild, the strong are not always the ones who are bigger, but the ones who know how to wait, know how to strike at the right time, and do not flinch in the face of any danger. And in the Amazon, the jaguar is just that. The afternoon sun slant across the mirror-like surface of the water. The deep blue river weaves through the Amazon jungle like a soft silk strip across the wilderness, where all creatures live according to the laws of ancient nature. On the peaceful surface of the water, a slight movement stirs up small ripples, followed by a distinctive snort, and then a whole family appears, swimming in a line, heads held high, eyes darting around. These are giant otters, the aquatic carnivores at the top of the food chain here. With a length of up to 1.8 meters and a weight that can exceed 30 kilograms, they are experienced, intelligent, and extremely united hunters. Their scientific name is Pteronura brasiliensis. This is the largest otter species in the world and is endemic to the Amazon basin and some surrounding areas. Unlike the solitary jaguar, giant otters live in families of 5 to 10 individuals, sometimes more. They hunt together, raise their young, and defend their territory with incredible organization. Their fur is dark brown and glossy with white arcs on their necks that serve as unique identification marks for each individual. Underwater, their long, flexible bodies help them glide at incredible speeds. Their strong teeth allow them to bite through fish skin, and their sharp claws are used to grasp prey. Their main food is fish, especially catfish and piranhas, which they hunt with great skill. When hunting, the whole group coordinates rhythmically, using calls to communicate, surround, and attack extremely effectively. The constant hissing, whistling, and growling sounds, almost like a separate language, demonstrate interaction and cohesion rarely seen in the wild. Giant otters are not only hunters but also devoted parents. They dig burrows on riverbanks with flooded entrances to protect them from predators, and members stand guard while the young play or feed. Their coordination and family bond are reminiscent of primitive human societies where survival depends on the group. Rain begins to fall gently on the forest canopy, each drop rolling down the palm-sized leaves, falling to the ground with a steady patter. The forest air becomes damp and cool, and the pungent smell of decay permeates every breeze. Amidst the dark green, a bright yellow light appears like a warning on the wet moss. These are the poison dart frogs, the tiny creatures that pack the most fearsome weapon in the Amazon rainforest. Measuring just 2 to 5 centimeters long, they seem too small to be dangerous. But their bright yellow, blue, orange, or red colors are not just a visual attraction, they are a deadly warning to anyone who dares to come near. They belong to the family Dendrobatidae and are known for their highly toxic batrachoxin, which can paralyze the nervous system and stop the heart in tiny amounts. They are mostly active during the day, unusual for many amphibians, and move silently through the wet leaves. Despite their small size, they are extremely territorial and sometimes emit short calls to signal their sovereignty. Each individual has its own area, often around a rotten tree stump, where they forage for insects and find mates during the breeding season. In the jungle, size is not a measure of power. With their brilliant colors and deadly poison, dart frogs don't need to run away from their enemies, learning to stay away after disastrous encounters. And so these tiny creatures survive, silently but powerfully, in the humid mist and endless foliage of the Amazon. Under the canopy of the Amazon, giant centipedes slither through the damp, rotting leaves, hidden in the dappled sunlight. With a length of up to 30 centimeters, a clearly segmented body, dozens of legs moving like waves, this predator is the embodiment of silence and precision. The giant Amazon centipede Scolopendra gigantea not only eats insects but also attacks small snakes, baby birds, and mice. Its front legs have evolved into poisonous fangs called forcipules, which inject neurotoxins that cause instant paralysis. It doesn't hunt with speed, but with a strategy of waiting and waiting. Then striking quickly. Its body, though covered in hard armor, still has to undergo the process of molting to develop like many other arthropods. This is the rare moment when it becomes fragile. The outer shell cracks vertically, revealing a soft, shiny body, crawling out like a new creature. This process takes place in the dark, in a hidden place like a rock cavity or under a layer of decay, because at that time the centipede is defenseless. Once completed, it will return to eat the old skin, not only to take advantage of the rich calcium and protein source, but also to erase all traces from the sight of predators or other species. This seemingly gruesome behavior is actually part of a perfect survival strategy that helps it grow larger, stronger, and continue its life cycle of hunting silently but effectively. In the maze of the Amazon jungle, where rivers and streams weave like the veins of a vibrant ecosystem, there is a creature that slithers silently, but carries the power to crush a life in an instant. It is the anaconda, the world's largest snake by mass, and also one of the most formidable hidden killers in this land. Their scientific name is Eunectes marinus, also known as the South American green python. Although not as long as the Asian reticulated python, but with an average length of 5 to 6 meters, even individuals exceeding 9 meters and weighing over 200 kilograms. The anaconda possesses rippling muscles and a squeezing force strong enough to break the bones of its prey in seconds. As an amphibious species, the anaconda spends most of its time underwater, where its enormous weight is no longer a burden. They can dive for up to 10 minutes at a time and often lie motionless near the shore, only exposing their eyes and nose above the water, waiting for the right moment. The anaconda's diet is varied: birds, fish, turtles, even deer, wild boars, and young caiman crocodiles. But one of its most common and favorite prey is the capybara, the world's largest rodent. In the sweltering midday, a group of capybara, large and shaggy brown, are leaving the grassy area by the river. After a cool bath, they are gentle, gregarious creatures, moving cautiously but rarely alert to the dangers beneath the calm water. Hidden among the water hyacinth and rotten branches, the anaconda does not move. Under the still water, its eyes are locked on its target, a young capybara that has strayed a few steps from the herd. Minutes later, the water returned to its calm, bloodless, unmarked state, with only a heavy shadow slowly creeping away, carrying the results of a perfect ambush. Dusk descended over the towering treetops, dyeing the silent river golden and illuminating the Amazonian sky with a burnt orange. The sounds of the forest changed tone. The chirping of insects gradually replaced the daytime bird song, signaling the transition between two worlds, one quiet and brilliant, one mysterious and full of uncertainty.